solopreneurs, but they're working on it. So
That's good.
I'll let you, yeah, because it's really neat. Welcome, everyone, to another session of Natural Healing with Essential Oils. And we have phenomenal Sandy with us. So, Sandy,
Hey, hey,
what do
hey.
you have for us? As you can see, I'm celebrating my red, white, and blue, make Americans free again, talking about medical freedom. And that's one of the things that doTERRA helps us to accomplish medical freedom. So, what is the specialty of the month today?
All right, you're gonna love it. In keeping with the red, white, and blue theme, and I'm wearing firecracker stuff. I look
I
like
know, I
fireworks.
see. You're just a firecracker all through and through.
Totally. But in keeping with the red, white, and blue theme, doTERRA is offering Deep Blue as your product of the month this month with 125 PV order by the 15th. Or if you start with a foundational wellness bundle and it's your first order to do that, they will also throw in that Deep Blue. That product of the month goes clear through the end of the month for that order. So
Hmm.
very cool. They also, oh my gosh, there's such a cute, adorable little red and white gingham check bag. And it's
Mhm.
one of those recycled bags that are waterproof and just great. Like I have one, I'm waiting to get that one, but I have one that they sent with the earlier wellness bundle, and I use it for my hydration packets, for my oh,
Mm.
just whatever, if I've got vitamins to
Mhm.
go for the
Mhm.
day. The
Mhm.
collagen packets fit in there very nicely,
Mhm.
so I'm really looking forward to getting another cute little bag that I can, section off that way. We also do
So,
still have, the Timeless Trio, the women's blends. Those are still on a limited time offer, and the Endless Summer oil and the hairspray, body spray. So,
mhm.
but Deep Blue,
So,
why would I use that? Let's just
yes.
talk about that for a second.
Mhm.
Deep Blue for men, I call it the gateway drug for men to get into essential oils. Because once they use that, they go, what is this stuff? Get me more. And any man that does physical work or any woman that does physical work, I just spent 2 hours harvesting in my daughter's garden, because actually it's my son-in-law's garden. My daughter does some of it, but he loves to plant this huge garden. He has like 8 rows of okra. And I think his garden's probably half acre, but I came into my back,
Wow.
and trying to step around the tomatoes and the
Uh-huh.
melon vines that are in between those rows of okra. I'm like, your garden has become a jungle. And I was a mess and I was tired and got some Deep Blue on me and I felt better. But before I got home, the Deep Blue that I put on my back last night before I laid down kicked in. I'm sitting in the car and I'm feeling this band of
Mm.
warmth,
Warmth.
real warmth
Yeah.
across the bottom of my back. So it will reactivate with heat or
Mhm.
with cold, and it's
Mhm.
super great. A drop is usually enough of the oil to do one joint. Now, if you want it to stay in an area longer, you're going to temper it with coconut oil or your favorite carrier
Mhm.
oil and put it on
Mhm.
that area, and it will stay there longer rather than going systemic. So that's a
Mhm.
good point to know. You can also make a roller bottle of it. Put 10 drops of
Excellent.
Deep Blue into a 5 ml roller, or you could even use, yeah, 15 to 20 in a 10 ml roller and fill it up with your carrier oil. But it's great for those aches and pains, the discomforts that come to all of us. Practice too long on the piano or whatever, and you get tight here. Yeah, that
Uh-huh.
rolls there very nicely. So,
What I tell people to do is to actually put it on before a workout. So it's in that area that you get like achy or inflammation in that area. So to be preventative, to preempt that whole cascade, to massage it into that joint or into that area of the body. And so when you start working out and the heat starts pumping, it'll activate it and help you to resolve that inflammation from even occurring in the first place. So
totally. Yeah.
I look at it as a preventative thing. And so I really love, even though we love the Deep Blue oil itself, it does have that coloring and sometimes it can stain. So one of the things that I prefer to use is actually the Deep Blue stick, which also has the copaiba. which is also a beautiful knockout punch when it comes to inflammation and being able to really seep into the joints and into the muscles and into those areas to give you that relief from pain.
True, true.
Awesome.
And I will say deep blue oil doesn't normally stain. If you have blue tansy or yarrow, but really blue
Oh, okay.
tansy is the one that is most likely to stain. But the deep blue oil will work in, you'll never know that it's there. So I wouldn't worry about that part of it. But as far as using it with Copaiba, totally great. My husband
Mm-hmm.
actually he really loves the deep blue rub. That's his favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Mm-hmm.
stronger a little bit. But again, with all deep blue products, here is your caution. Are you all ready?
Mm-hmm.
And I never have to tell a man this twice. Always wash your hands after using deep blue before touching
Uh-huh.
any
Anything.
any sensitive areas. Just saying.
No eyes, no special
No, we
parts. Yeah.
yes.
Don't go to the bathroom
Yeah, go to the
before
bathroom,
you
wash your hands first,
install.
and wash them really well. I do find that it's better to use one of doTERRA's like the On Guard hand soap
Mm-hmm.
because it's
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of an enzymatic cleaner. It takes that off really well. So
Mm-hmm.
just
Well,
just an FYI. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. But and like I said, Deep Blue is powerful. And so it's a little bottle, but as Sandy said, just a little drop, and you can use that carrier oil and massage it into the area, and you will feel the difference. And then there
Yeah.
also, if you still don't believe Sandy and me, because hey, they do have the little packets. So you can get the little sample packets for yourself or even share it with your family members and friends because I'm really possessive of my deep blue at this point in time. So I don't want to, I used to give out my deep blue stick and then you don't get it back. So now I'm like, okay, I'll give you a little sample pack,
Have a
kind of like
packet.
it's kind of like what the drug dealers do. I'll give you a free hit. And then you have to pay for the other ones.
I wouldn't know how the drug dealers do it, but that's how I do it with my
Well,
deep.
that's what I see in the movies.
Oh, did you see it in movies? Okay. And I will say that a little bit goes a long way, number one. And number two, you will feel pretty instant relief. Within 30 seconds
Yeah,
to a minute,
you
it's in the
feel it.
bloodstream and starting to
Mhm,
work. I've had people that,
mhm,
their shoulders are a mess, and I put a little deep blue on there. And within 30 seconds, they're going, wait, I can move my
mhm.
arm all the way up and
Yeah,
around. Yeah. And,
yeah.
I've had people say, well, is it like icy hot? I said, it's like icy hot on steroids. So
Mhm,
the effects for me last about 4 hours and then you can
mhm,
reapply. There's no danger
mhm,
to that. So
mhm, mhm.
super, super
Yeah,
fantastic oil and something that should be in everybody's kit because we're all going to do things
absolutely.
every once in a while that tax those muscles.
Yeah.
And you want
And
to
as
get
I
your muscles
said,
warmed up, as Michelle says,
warm it up. Yeah.
pre-workout, warm up those
Mhm,
muscles because it helps
mhm.
them it helps prevent injuries actually. So
Exactly.
really great.
Exactly. So a beautiful little bottle to add to that wonderful little gingham bag. And there you have your red, white, and blue to start off the summer season and enjoy yourself. But as I said, take care of yourself and be preventative. And for those of us who have some gray, don't think that you're like a little 19-year-old. Prepare yourself and be preventative and be cautious in how you move that body, but move that body. All righty. So thank you for joining us once again. And until next time,